Sister wives. Meri Brown and Janelle's mutual resentment has deep roots. And Janelle Brown too smart to fall for this, fans claim. Also Maddie stunned by Evie's Houdini moment, prosthetic details. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my shocking news channel. Sister Wives star Meri Brown had her husband all to herself until Janelle Brown came along, and their monogamous marriage became plural. Meri always knew the man she married planned to take on more wives. But hearing his plan, and living his plan became two different things. The first wife of Kody Brown wasn't always as she seems today. Meri tends to be quiet and reserved about her feelings for her co-wives. While she seems to let loose in cryptic messages, she never mentions the name of any of her family members. Sister wives. Meri Brown has cryptic messages down to a science. When Meri Brown seems to slam someone in the family, the fans are pretty good at surmising who she's referencing. But still, she never names who she's targeting in her veiled messages. That way, the Sister Wives matriarch never incriminates herself. That type of messaging might cause a stir within the family, especially if someone should recognize themselves in her unnamed message. But how can you openly address this if Meri Brown doesn't target any of the other sister wives by name? It sure is one way to get your grievances out there for everyone to see. By not naming a name, she doesn't have to answer to anyone. Some sister wives enthusiasts might call this creative, but others may find it passive-aggressive. Either way, Meri Brown seems to like to post these messages anyway. While Kody Brown's first wife Meri tends to leave the source of her anger a mystery today, there was a time when she opened up more. That was back when the Sister Wives wrote their New York Times bestseller, an achievement they all seem proud of still today. Becoming Sister Wives. The story of an unconventional marriage had quite a few jaw-dropping admittances by the Brown adults. In that memoir, Meri talked about her angst towards some of the other spouses. Janelle seemed to take the brunt of Meri's anger early on. Janelle Brown also told her side of the story as well. From what she and Janelle said about the other sister wives' spouses, it's hard to imagine they made it through their trials at all. Before Janelle Brown arrived on the scene, Meri had Kody all to herself. There was no schedule, she had every night with her husband tucked in alongside her. Evenings were spent curled up together watching TV. Wherever the sister wives' husband and wife went, they were a duo. They weren't a threesome, foursome, or fivesome. And, from what Meri says, she was deeply in love with her husband, who is now her shared husband, with Janelle Brown one of 4 wives. When Janelle arrived as the second of the sister wives' spouses, they evolved from a duo to a trio. And it was not easy. One of Kody Brown's steadfast rules of not showing affection to one wife with the others around was made from the start. So curling up to watch television together became a thing of the past. Meri, still a smitten young wife, now had one side of her bed cold every other night. Dinners out were no longer as a couple but as a trio with Janelle along with them. Still, Janelle Brown didn't cause too much jealousy for Meri. That would come later when Christine Brown joined the sister wives family. Janelle wasn't someone looking for fireworks. Janelle and Kody hit it off in a more cerebral way. Their interests were similar and that made for some interesting conversations between he and Janelle. It sounds like this sister wives union was a love of Kody and Janelle Brown's minds. Meri admits that Janelle never felt like competition in the romance department. But some kind of romance had to happen along the way, as Kody and Janelle Brown have 6 kids together. They weren't created by osmosis. Meri and Janelle Brown really paved the way for their growing plural marriage. As 2 wives sharing one husband, there was a lot to figure out. Meri Brown was no longer the only woman of the household. The sister wives' household was born starting with adding Janelle. Back then, Janelle came into a home, set up entirely by another woman. The second wife felt she could do nothing right at all. From cooking to cleaning, Janelle Brown felt Meri wanted things done her way. Meri desperately wanted a baby, but it was Janelle Brown who gave Kody his first offspring. That added to the animosity brewing in the young plural marriage household. There came a time when Janelle could no longer handle Meri and she packed and left. So, It's clear that anger bubbled up when the sister wives were younger. Even today, the viewers of the TLC reality series can see the residual effects among the wives. Sister wives celeb Janelle Brown appears to be one of the fan favorites from the TLC reality series since the show's first season rolled out. But sister wives fans also see Janelle Brown ignoring earlier problems within this plural marriage as well. During the first few seasons, fans dubbed her as the sister wives spouse with the brains. Yes, Janelle Brown seems well endowed in the intellect department. But at the same time, other fans point out she didn't always make the smartest choices. Sister wives, didn't Janelle Brown see the writing on the wall? Janelle Brown pursued Kody Brown and not the other way around. This perplexed the fans as Janelle was so miserable in her first years as one of Kody Brown's sister wives. In a sister wives book, Janelle described how Meri treated her most unkindly. Janelle felt she could do nothing right in Meri's eyes. From washing the dishes to folding Kody's clothes. Meri condemned Janelle's way of doing things, revealed Kody's second wife. Fans point out that Janelle was married to Meri's brother. So, she should have at least been aware of Meri's behavior tendencies. But still, she entered into the sister wives union. Janelle Brown moved into a home of her own with her kids after abruptly leaving Kody Brown. But that was after she had 5 kids. First, she stayed with her mother. Then with the generous salary she made, she got a home for herself and the kids. But she still remained in this sister wives marriage. Kody had married Christine by the time Janelle jumped ship. So, he still made the rounds much as he did in Vegas. Soon he stayed with his second wife at her house on her scheduled nights. This was before the sister wives show ever graced the screen. Janelle herself wrote that she didn't have a love story with Kody in the beginning. Their love story didn't surface until many years later. So fans questioned why she married Kody Brown and then stayed married. Her fans see Janelle as someone who is above the antics displayed by the other sister wives' spouses. During the first few years of the marriage, the second wife of the sister wives seemed to be the main breadwinner. She described how Kody would have to travel for a few of his earlier jobs. Janelle also said that he'd often take Meri with him and leave her at home. Meri was employed at the time as well, but when she'd take off work to travel with Kody she wouldn't get paid. Janelle Brown saw this as rather foolish since she, Meri, and Kody struggled with finances. This was before Christine joined the family. What bothered the fans, as seen in their comments back then, is that Janelle was too smart for this. Back in 2014, one fan wrote that she liked Janelle Brown. But that this second wife to join the sister wives tribe, avoided issues for years by working long hours and avoiding the family. That seems how other fans saw her as well. Instead of taking on the issues head-on, Janelle worked and brought home money. She avoided rocking the boat and seemed to go along with it all to avoid conflict. But that just gave Kody Brown more freedom to run the family the way he wanted to. So, the money woes became a theme that seemed to follow them around for decades. Out of all the 4 wives of sister wives, Janelle Brown is the only one who did not grow up in a polygamous family. Her mother converted to the sector of the LDS church that does practice polygamy when Janelle was an adult. Janelle and her mother moved over to this religious sector at about the same time. So, the second wife in the sister wives marriage grew up hearing the evils about the practice of more than one wife. Her mother married Kody's father. But the rest of her family was so against her unholy marriage to Kody, which is how they put it to her at the time. Fans deem Janelle Brown a wonderful, kind, and caring person. It sounds as if during the early days of her plural marriage, she contributing much more than the rest of the family when it comes to finances. It seems the early followers of the sister wives saw Janelle contributing to the problems by turning a blind eye to them. Instead, she buried herself in work and that paycheck went into pooled resources for the good of the family. Fans seem to see the other 3 wives acting like gushing teenagers around their shared husband. Viewers commented about this during the earlier seasons of the show. So they see why Meri, Christine, and Robyn Brown did just as Kody asks. But they see Janelle as too smart to fall for his charm. Some of the people who follow Janelle think that even today she sells herself short in this relationship with her co-wives and Kody. No one but Janelle knows why she claims she's content as a woman who shares her husband with other wives. But her fans would like to see greater things for their favorite Sister Wives celebrity. Sister Wives celeb Maddie Brown Brush shared a detailed description of the next steps for Evie Brush after fans posted tons of questions. Maddie appears happily astonished over her daughter's progress. For what they've seen so far from this beautiful little girl, nothing keeps her from moving forward. Little Evie Brush also developed a few tricks along this journey so far. She has 2 casts and Evie shocked her Sister Wives parents recently with what Maddie refers to as a Houdini moment. Sister Wives, Evie Brush amazes mom Maddie Brown Brush. The newest member of the Sister Wives brood, Evie Brush, yanked her casts off by herself. Yes, that is correct. Somehow Evie twisted, turned, and pulled that cast right off her leg at the site of her recent amputation surgery. She apparently did the same with her hand cast, as Maddie says she pulled both casts off. At only a year old, Evie Brush managed to take off her casts. This reminded Maddie Brown of the famous magician and escape artist, Harry Houdini. That's because it was quite the feat from this little girl. First of all, Maddie expressed her thanks to all the Sister Wives fans who sent their love and well wishes to her daughter Evie. Then she described on a video post where they go from here with her toddler daughter's journey. Maddie Brown was happy to say her daughter is doing better than they ever imagined. In the healing department, the Sister Wives mom of 2 also said that questions about Evie's future prosthetic crop up often from the fans. Many Sister Wives enthusiasts tend to think that Evie is too young. They didn't think toddlers were fitted for prosthetics because of their growth rate. Some of Maddie's followers seem to think a child Evie's age would outgrow their prosthetic too quickly. For this reason, these Sister Wives followers were under the impression the medical field waited until a child was older before this step. That's not so, said Maddie Brown. While her daughter won't be fitted for a prosthetic until the healing is complete, she'll get that pretty quickly. They also expect Evie to grow out of her prosthetic quickly. So, every 6 months she'll be fitted for a new one to keep up with her growth spurts. Right now Evie Brush has metal rods surgically attached to her leg to help with the healing process of her bone. It also helps support her ankle. Once Evie's healing is further along, the rods will be removed. Maddie Brush said the next step is for Evie to wear a stub shrinker, or a nub shrinker, to go over the area of her amputation. These are basically soft compression bandages, the Sister Wives' daughter said. These compression bandages help bring down the swelling, which is the last step before her prosthetic fitting. The swelling has gone down immensely already, which loosened her cast. Maddie Brown Brush suspects the reduced swelling helped Evie remove that cast off her leg, which she dubbed a Houdini move. Doctors removed Evie Brush's hand cast last week with the removal of her leg cast scheduled for next week. Now they wait for the area of the amputation to heal and the swelling to go down even more. Then once the holes from the removal of the metal rods in her legs heal, the prosthetic process starts. The Sister Wives' young mom sounds ecstatic over her daughter's progress. This amputation and future prosthetic will offer ease of mobility for this precious little girl. What do you think about this video? Please told on comment box. Also subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching this video.